Hello everyone and welcome to the digital dimension. Today we're going to take a look at something that it's not quite what we do in the channel, but that I think it's very important for you to know as a developer. So every year, tryhackme, which is a cybersecurity learning company, does the Advent of Cyber. In this case, this year it's the 2025 edition. I've been doing this for the last 5 years, and there was a time where I used the tryhackme app for about a year, and their app is great if you want to learn cybersecurity, or even if you are a developer and just want to be more careful with the apps that you do. So this event is a very nice little in between, so you don't want to pay for the full learning material, but you want to give it a try and see how it works. And so Advent of Cyber is exactly that. For the next 25 days, you have missions every day, some kind of that, with a little backstory that they take a lot of work to try and make it as fun as possible and as interactive as possible for beginners. And if you ever like to take your skills to the next level in cybersecurity, you can subscribe to tryhackme, which like I told you, I was subscribed for about a year, and it was great. I tried to do a little bit every day to know more about cybersecurity, and I've taken quite the enjoyment of doing the Advent of Cyber every year because it's great, it's quite fun, it brings that little refresh into what cybersecurity is and isn't. And one of the cool things is you can win prizes. Unfortunately, I haven't won anything, but the prizes are really cool. You can get iPhones, keyboards, screens, and a lot of stuff. Of course, this isn't 100% guaranteed, but if you do your rooms until 31st of December, they also have MacBooks, and yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff, and the winners are going to be contacted by Thursday. And yeah, so it doesn't matter when you complete the rooms, you just need to complete them by 31st of December 2025. And then you get the little certificate of completion. So they have a warm-up room that I already completed. And if you are new to cybersecurity, you 100% need to do this to get up to par to how their platform works and how everything works and how you use it. So yeah, I wanted to show you the prizes because, I mean, you can dream of winning the prize. And so let us try and begin. If you search for Advent of Cyber, this is the page that you will get. They have a lot of stuff. You can see the video, you can see who is in. These are a lot of important people on cybersecurity. I know some of them, not everyone, but there are some very cool creators here. If you ever want to get some more knowledge into how cybersecurity work. A big one that I've been following for a lot of time, it's John Hammond, which he is amazing. You also have Ryan Montgomery, which I haven't seen a lot, but I've seen some stuff. I think he hacked into some Teslas, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you need to fact check me on that. And yeah, and I also recognized Mad Hat. He also has a very cool channel on YouTube. And yeah, so if you go down here, you can tap this and open the first room. If you ever feel stuck, the pros tell you how you can get unstuck. But yeah, try and do it yourself. Take a look, take some time to read the story and have some fun. They also tell you here what you will need for today's lesson. They provide during this time a machine that you can run, which is basically a Linux machine that you can run some commands. Alternatively, if you feel comfortable with Linux, you can try and connect with SSH with your own machine. So if you are familiar with that, just go for it. I have a VM, so a personal Linux machine on my computer, but I will just use their machine because it's perfect for it. So if you read the intro, and please do, they take a lot of time to create these stories and help it keep interesting. And you've started the machine because we will need it today. You can start it before taking a look at all these because it's going to take a little bit of time. But yeah, now you read the prompt. You need to, I would suggest reading everything and then taking a look at the questions. What you basically will be doing is gathering information. Then when you gather the information and know how to do things, you can get a flag. So yeah, so before doing this, be sure to try it yourself and not just copy and paste everything that I do. Yeah, so today it seems that the main thing is Linux CLI. If you are not comfortable, the command line is a very, very, very important tool, and it's very useful. It makes it easy to manipulate the environments, create folders, create multiple files at the same time. You can do a lot of cool stuff on the cybersecurity space. For example, see if a file has a certain type and output the inside of the file, for example, a text file, into your console like they are doing here. So it's very nice. The ls command is like the basic command of every Linux system. You can see every file that you have inside, and in the future this will be very interesting because la gives you hidden files that you normally can see if you just spam ls. They also have a lot of information if the file is executable, if it's only readable. They will probably also talk about this in the future. This is all very specific. So yeah, so let's focus on the tasks and see. They tell us to cat the readme. If you press tab, you can autocomplete the thing. Yeah, so it looks like McSkidy, which is like this main character on Tryhackme stories, has been kidnapped and she left a guide for us. Yeah, so PWT gives you the path that you're currently in. Yeah, so if we do guides, you can go into the guides, then you normally do ls again just to see what's inside, and you will see that it's empty. Okay, so yeah, so what I was telling you before, if you just do ls la, you're gonna get hidden files. For example, this guide.txt. Yeah, so we just can use cat, which has a name, but I can't remember it. Just gonna look it up and say it just to sound smart. Concatenate, yeah, it means concatenate. Yeah. Now, what does concatenate mean? I'm not sure exactly. So yeah, so this is what I told you. We have a flag right here that you can copy. Can you copy? Sometimes between machines you can't copy. So yeah, so if you reach this far, very nice. You've just got yourself a flag. And which is to display its ls. Yeah, so now we go back. So when you get a flag, it's good that you go to the answers again, the questions again, and see if you have things to fill. So yeah, so now we're going to use grep. Yeah, grep is a very cool tool that you can use to look for specific text inside a file. They explain it here. And yeah, so McSkidy refers to this. Yeah, so we're going to analyze the log files, but I guess that we will need to return. Yeah, so you cd 2 points and you get back. It's here, right? cd. Yeah, so you need to cd back, which is this cd and 2 dots. You get back to the previous directory that you were in. Then they tell you to go to logs. Yeah, then you're gonna use grep. Grep, like I told you before, it's useful to look for text inside the file. So they know that there is a failed password event in the auth log, and with that information, we can just search for it. But imagine that you were, for example, you were in a different logging system. So logging is just storing events that happen on a server and whatever. So if you are the developer and you created a logging event or specific log events, you will know that sometimes certain events are triggered, and this could be useful if you look for them. For example, in a case of a breach or a cybersecurity event, or even if you just need to know how many people logged in, how many times people logged in. So using grep can be useful in a Linux environment. So yeah, so we got a lot of failed passwords. Yeah, so as you can see, they have a lot of failed logins to Eggbox and other places. Invalid user, root. And yeah, so they tell us to find the files now. Yeah, so McSkidy guy tells us to now look for exploits and eggshells, which could be some malware that this new user the user that was trying to log in left on the box for us to find in this case. So yeah, so we're gonna find on home, SOCMAS. So for everyone that is confused why you have egg surrounded by the asterisk is a regular expression, which basically means everything that is behind egg and after egg. So we are searching for names that have egg in between words or empty spaces, which correspond with the exploits and eggshells. Yeah, so if you run this command, find, like I said, it's to search for specific files. And yeah, so we have this. Yeah, so an .sh file contains shell scripts. Shell scripts are used by IT teams to automate things and by attackers to quickly run malicious commands. I need the dash home SOCMAS 2025, right? Yeah. And then we can ls. Normally you will ls. You see that. You can cat other things. For example, you can cat the wish list. Yeah, so you can cat the wish list. Okay, some very modest wish list. Oh yeah, before we continue, let's go back here. Yeah, so the command was grep, like you see inside the eggs. Okay, so we're gonna cat the egg strike .sh, and we have the flag here. Aha, we did it. So yeah, they tell you to this. The lines are just comments. Yeah, so this is useful. This symbol, it's a pipe symbol. What basically means is we are going to do this, then we are going to do this, then we are going to do this. So basically he's sorting the wish list and then he's finding the unique items from the wish list. Then the command sends the output to the temp dump.txt. Then it deletes the wish lists. Then it's replacing the original file. Okay. Yeah, so it's replacing the Christmas wishes of people and replacing it by fake ones. Yeah, so if you want to take a look and understand this script better, they give a really good explanation of what is going on inside it. So just read it. Yeah, so they tell you that you can run a lot of different commands to see which users are inside, the passwords, the hashed passwords in this case, by running these commands, but we don't have permissions because we are not root. Root is the ultimate user in Linux, like they are explaining here. He can do anything in the system. He's the chief of the house. He can decide to kick people in, kick people out, keep people in, etc. Yeah, so we can sudo by sudoing su. Now we are on the root because you can see it here. Yeah, you can see it that now instead of McSkidy we are root. Yeah, because only sudo can run this kind of commands. And yeah, who am I basically tells me who am I. So sudo su is the command that enables you to switch. And yes, so now they want you to cd into root. You need the dash cd into root. Okay, now I can ls dash la just to see if we have any secrets. And they want us to cat the history. Yeah, cat bash. Did you need the dot? Don't forget the dot. Dash underscore history. Oh, and we have a list of commands that were run from the root user before me on this machine. And we have here the other flag. Yeah, I need to do the tm. Aha, tm. Perfect. Okay. Again. Okay, so there was a double bracket and the n was missing. Okay, now it's done. And they have these cool side quests that they do. So for the intermediate users that want to take a challenge, we can go to the McSkidy cd home McSkidy documents, and then we can ls. I'm gonna just lsla just to be sure. Okay, there's nothing here. Cat read me, please. Okay, I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna add it to my notes. So we can log in, if I'm not mistaken, through the CLI. How do you log in? But yeah, we can maybe try and log in. I don't know if this is the correct command. Okay, so maybe you need to sudo su, then you can log in. Log in. Okay, so this works. When I was copying, I just needed to do this. And the password is right here. Copy. Paste. Okay. Who am I? I'm Eddie, the Knappers. So yeah, so if you want to take a look at this challenge, which I don't want to do a lot, just not to steal you the joy of completing it, I'm just gonna do the check one and this little one. And you completed your first Linux and tryhackme Advent of Cyber event. Hope you like this, and I'm gonna be here tomorrow and the days after that so that we can complete every challenge together. I'll see you in the next dimension.